Hey guys, this is Keel Lancer here, and welcome to another Keel Lancer Gaming. Don't forget to hit the bell button and the subscribe button to get the notifications to my channel. Guys, I want to talk about my impressions on God Eater 3. I have God Eater 1, but I've never played God Eater 2, which I wish I had got a chance to. God Eater is basically another Monster Hunter type of game, action RPG, which I've got introduced to. I think God Eater came out for the PSP in 2007, I think, and God Eater 2 had came out for the Vita, I want to say in the late 2000s. I want to say 2011, 2012. But guys, don't quote me on that. And a bunch of other God Eater games had came out for the cell phone, and also God Eater Online in 2017. But anyway, guys, as you can see right here in the gameplay footage, I am in the residential area, talking to a few of the kids that they're on your, they're pretty much on your team. I guess you can see that, and these kids are younger God Eaters. I like the interactions between the characters in the game. They seem very anime-ish, and I'm a very anime type of guy. I love anime to death, and this game is just nothing but an anime. That's all it is to me. It plays like anime, it feels like anime, the interactions, everything with all the characters in the game. And you always have like certain characters from the animes where they're like, you got the silly characters, then you got the serious characters, and then you got the typical cutesy girl characters, which is the little girl that's walking by my side. And then you always have the overly sexual character, which is the character that you see right here up on the screen, which is the boss of the Sand Cruise that you see here. From what I've noticed in the game, you can make many of different choices, just like off of God Eater 1, which is pretty cool. And I want to say that your choices really don't affect the game. You're pretty much just being yourself in the game. Your character doesn't talk, which I hate silent heroes to death. I really hate silent heroes. I really hate them a lot. But some JRPGs, I guess, like silent heroes, but that's just not what I prefer. You can choose a voiceover for your character, but you only hear your character in combat. The frame rate can dip sometimes, which I've noticed in some interactions within the confines of the base, but also somewhat in combat as well, from what I've noticed. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys like some of the areas within the base that you guys can check out. Alright, this is the residential area right here. Here's one of the main characters that you talk to in the game. His name is Hugh. You pretty much grew up with each other. I guess you could say he's a childhood friend that's by your side. He's pretty much your voice piece. He pretty much does all the talking for you, if that makes sense. Like, he expresses things that you can't express. Like I said before, guys, I'm not a big fan of the silent hero things. Like, I just feel as though I really don't have that much control when it comes down to my actions. Unlike Mass Effect, where, you know, your character has a voice, he talks, even though he has you're going off his last name like Colonel Shepard. But anyway, guys, we're pretty much talking about the scuffle that we got out of in the last mission. But anyway, guys, here's some of the places you can go to, like the bridge, and you have the laboratory area. We're gonna check the laboratory area. We're gonna walk around here. Here's one of the friends from one of the other parts of the story segment when you end up in a jail cell. And he's pretty much a guy, like a tech guy that works on the God Arcs. And here is pretty much like the hospital if you guys get hurt, which my character was hurt recently. I don't want to give too much away of the story, guys. I want you guys to check the story out. The story is really good. All the God Eaters connect together, but each God Eater you make a different character, so those characters partake in the story specific for certain ports or certain cruisers that whatever character that character that's going to be placed in the story and whatnot. But here's one of the characters right here that was protecting the little girl and using her as cargo, which you'll find that out when you play the game. I'm going to show you another area where you can buy items, which I want to buy a few items right here. Like, I kind of missed on the first one where you were able to go to like kind of like a store you just have this sexy girl just sitting there laying down. You just buying items from her, which I mean, I don't mind looking at a beautiful woman. I mean, nothing wrong with that, even though it's as an anime woman. But I just prefer the last time, on the first God Eater, you just go to a store and then you buy the stuff right there, and the person is like talking to you like that instead of just lounging around, you know, laxing around and stuff like that. Here's two other characters from the story. Zeke, he came from the prison with me. It's kind of like a prison place. Pennyport, that's the name of the place we all come from. And here's one of the characters that you meet along the way outside of what is it? Outside of the cruiser, guys. All right. And here's the desk where you get missions at. And here's another guy that was pretty much a part of the ship, guys. And here we have right here, guys, is pretty much your mainframe screen where you can select your weapons and stuff. And as you can see, right now I'm using the big sword. You see the gun I can use as well. You can attach special abilities onto your weapons and stuff, which is pretty cool. This is an ability that I just got finished learning previously before I made this video right here, so I didn't get a chance to look at the stuff that I can do, but you'll learn that later as you play God Eater. Right now, guys, these are the things that are equipped to me, and this is the weapon that I'm using. Here's the weapon mainframe right here. You can see from short swords, big swords, buster swords, lances, hammers, you name it, guys. Also two other weapons like the double swords and the circle blades, which is pretty cool. It's like a moon crescent blade, like from Soul Calibur. Here's these other little like nifty little abilities that you can attach to your weapons when you go into burst mode, guys. Which I think burst mode came from God Eater 2, I think 1 or 2. Don't quote me on that, guys. But these are all the things that you can put onto your weapons, guys. You can put either ground, you can put your ground move, special moves attached. You can put your air attack, and you can also equip your side attack. Also, guys, here's the gun mainframe as well, which is pretty cool. Right now I'm using a Gatling gun. You got the sniper rifles, you got shotguns, you got like ray guns, which is nice. You can also make custom bullets, guys. And here's the bullets that I have that are attached to this Gatling gun that I have. And here's all the nifty other little things that I have right here. Here's the custom bullets that I made, and it has a limit to the custom bullets you can have. These are the ones I made for my snipers and my Gatling guns, guys, which I'm about to show you how to make some right now. Now this is just an example. You can make any type of bullet that you want. You can mix the bullets by elements on the side of the screen, if you can see that, guys. So we're going to click this right here, and then we're going to make another slot for another element. We're going to go with ice. Click that right there, and then we're going to go with spark. All right, so guys, right now that's a short range. We're going to bring that in closer, and this is just a preview of what the gun can do, but also what I created. Look at that. See, this is pretty cool. Like, making bullets are really intricate at times. To put certain things together for them to do other amazing things, which is kind of hard to a point. You can also save the bullets too. So you gotta try different mixes to see what you can get. All right, guys, here's the shield. Now the shield pretty much defends you off against enemies and stuff, which is nice. And you can attach like certain skills to the shield as well. And I already had stuff attached to them already, guys, which is cool. All right, and what we have right here is pretty much the linking system. You can link to other characters. I think this came from God Eater 2. You can link to other characters to receive their attributes, guys, like attack power, defense power, you name it. Okay, and right here is pretty much like enhancements, but you have to meet a specific criteria in order to be able to use these special abilities, guys. And then you can see that on the side what criteria you have to meet in order for you to use these abilities right there, which I find really cool. The changes on this game is really cool. The stuff that they added to this game is really nice, guys. I haven't unlocked that yet. Here's the clothing, guys. It's really hard to make clothing on this game, from what I've noticed. God Eater 1, to make clothes on God Eater 1 was a lot more easier. And also buying clothes in the game was a lot easier. And then you have the different hairstyles you can change, even though you even though you can choose hairstyles when you custom make your character from the beginning. You can change the colors as well. But you got the other little attachments. You can put accessories and everything, guys. I like the way my character looks. I want to try to make a black guy, and I think he came out pretty cool. The textures kind of almost like my textures if you ever seen my videos, guys, which you can check out to see my color tone if you want. But you know, it's not really a big thing. But yeah, you can put other little accessories on your characters like glasses and stuff. Not really a big on glasses or eye patches like that. But you can put tape on yourself. Yeah, pretty much all that. Okay. All right, so now that you see all that, guys, we're going to move on to right here where you can put items inside your pockets, guys. This is the inventory screen right here. I did not step into this because I didn't need to step into this, but you can too, to switch your items out onto your toolbar. All the items that I got, I don't particularly use all of them. I mostly just use the heal, and I use the items that boost my stamina back up, and I use items to enhance my attack and my defense and get rid of the poison. That's the stuff that I use. I haven't came across any other materials yet to make other items, and nothing hit the store just yet because I'm still in the beginning of the game. Okay, so here's the crafting things, guys. You can upgrade all these different things, which is cool. You can upgrade all these different weapons. You can cycle through, see what blueprints you got in order to upgrade a specific weapon. Which I've upgraded a few weapons, guys. Like my big sword. I love my big swords on this game. I love the long swords. I haven't really been using my long swords like that because I've been enjoying the big swords so much. Also the lances, guys. You got the scythes. My secondary is my lance. And I prefer to use the Gatling gun and the sniper rifle, guys. I haven't used the other guns yet. I'm not really a shotgun guy. I was never really a shotgun guy when it came down to shooters or anything like that. So most likely I'm not going to use any shotguns on this game. But if you guys want to use a shotgun, hey, by all means, let me know how the shotgun is. Then you got you can craft equipment too, which is nice. I crafted a few things, guys. If you have the blueprints, you can craft. If you have the blueprints, guys, you can craft other weapons. I've crafted a few weapons, like big swords and stuff. Like I said, I'm a big sword fan as well, especially from Monster Hunter, which I predominantly use the big sword and the switch axe. But anyway, these weapons are very unique on these games, on God Eater. These weapons are very unique. I would say, guys, if you're going to get into using certain weapons, guys, I prefer for you to try the longsword first, basic weapon, or try the charge lance, guys. And the basic weapon you should try for your gun would be the Gatling gun. Use that first before you experiment and use other weapons, guys. I haven't crafted any guns yet because I still can't find a particular gun that I want to craft just yet. You also can craft shields too. I crafted one shield so far and put some perks and other attachments to it. And you also can see the elements too, guys, which I find really cool. This system is really in depth, guys. This system is very in depth, and you can. It looks scary from looking at this. It looks really scary if you're not really keen to Monster Hunter type games, guys. This can be very scary. Actually, if you compare it to Monster Hunter, this would be a lot more scary because there's so much to this game. Here you can craft clothing, guys. Like most of the clothing is beat up. If you haven't played the other God Eater games, I think on God Eater 2, Fenrir has fallen, so I see a lot of Fenrir gear like all messed up and scratched up and taped up, guys. And guys, this game can be really overwhelming if you don't practice fighting, guys, and learning the ins and outs of the system. This game is very fast paced compared to Monster Hunter. This is very fast paced. Far so when you see certain enemies like from a distance and whatnot, they can notice you by sound, they can notice you by sight. Also, guys, you're fighting more than one monster on the board, so you got to keep that in mind. It's just like Monster Hunter when it comes down to it in a sense. Uh, I think Monster Hunter World, when it comes down to their environments, is a lot more bigger and a lot more evolved. This still has kind of like a Monster Hunter feel in their closed off section areas, which I'm not really feeling like that. I figured since, Bandai Namco, when it comes down to their God Eater games, I figured they would have came a lot farther when it comes down to God Eater 3. I figured they probably would have had more of an expansive world, kind of like Monster Hunter in a sense. But it seems as though that they're still sticking with the same formula, which I don't really like too much. I guess maybe that's because Monster Hunter World has spoiled me, in a sense, I guess. However, when it comes down to story, I think Monster Hunter's story is mediocre compared to God Eater's story. Like I said before, it's very, very anime based. So when it comes down to the story, I think God Eater 3 has a better story. Far as when it comes down to the weaponry, I would say the weaponry is on par. I would say the weaponry is on par when it comes down to God Eater and Monster Hunter. Also, guys, as you can see me shooting the gun here, and you got to aim at certain parts of the enemy to take certain amount of damage. Also, another thing, guys, they have a system called the Devour system in here. The Devour system allows you to be able to add certain abilities. Where if I was to Devour, it raises up my my burst level. And also, guys, that yellow thing that you've seen around my body several times, that's called the Engage system. Whatever I Devour, and what is it? Increases my attributes and whatnot, and allows me to share with my teammates with the Engage system active, which is pretty cool. Also, guys, you see that those blue numbers right down there? That's the other ability that I was telling you about, where it enhances certain things certain abilities that I can use as well, guys. If I meet the conditions. The conditions of this ability is if I Devour multiple times, it unlocks and allows me to raise my burst power and stuff like that. Like I said before, guys, don't be afraid of this game just because of the fast-paced action and stuff like that. Once you get past that and get a gist of how the game works, this game is pretty simple. It's pretty easy to play. I haven't tried the online feature yet, but I'm going to do some gameplay footage of online at a later date, guys. I hope this video was informative to you. When it comes down to God Eater, guys, don't forget hit the bell button and the subscribe button to get the notifications to my channel. And also, guys, don't forget to check out my other videos like my Anthem beta video, and don't forget to check my Travis video from No More Heroes, Travel Strikes Again. I'm gonna keep doing Let's Plays of that, guys. Also, I probably might not be in the studio for like about a week or so because I'm getting some things made for my other channel, but also for this channel as well, guys. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of videos like this for like this week, guys. So stay tuned for more videos. This is Keel Lancer, and we got more.